Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man. By the way, my posture feels great today. Can you get that 2-shot, Matt? Look at that. Look at that posture today. Look at that.
Saw my slouching a little bit. That side view I did not like whatsoever, actually. Yeah, I don't like that. Matt, do not hit me with a 2-shot. I'm just more relaxed than you are. You look a little more uptight.
Dude, I'm a ballet dancer. I'm
I
erect.
think you might.
Huh?
There you go, talking about dicks again right after start the podcast.
No, I said erect.
Talking about dicks. That's my point. Yeah, there we go.
No, look at me. I'm straight up. I'm
Erect
shoulders back.
is what you said.
Erect. What would you describe? How would you describe it?
Sitting straight up.
Erect.
Why you got to use erect?
Google erect.
No, I know.
But Google it with pictures.
Why say erect when you can just say, yeah, my posture looks good. I look looking like I'm sitting very straight up.
But erect is like a proper word. Just because you go to Dick's doesn't mean I do.
I'm not the only one who goes to Dick's.
Well, that sounds weird.
Brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Dude, we should get a Dick's. How could we not?
You need one with how much you talk about Dick's for sure. Absolutely. Well, I'm actually not going to say that. Dick's guy over here. Huge Dick's guy over here.
Big Dick's energy.
No, just Dick's guy.
But big Dick's energy, not big dick energy. Big Dick's energy.
Likes dicks for sure. Big Dick's guy over here. Why are you in my shot? God damn it.
Hey, I'm in your shot. I'm a fan of dicks.
Can we start the podcast like that? when you started, can we start the podcast like that, please?
I also
Just right, like do the intro, because we're started at I love dicks.
no, we're not.
Yes, we are 100%.
You know what I do think we could do
that is so funny.
is if we, because every now and then we have these, if we just have a part of the podcast called the lead-in that we lift out, and like this is
Just post separately.
It's just a clip that this is what ends up happening
This is what we
before we
talk
start
about.
talking about.
Yeah. Just start, but just for this episode, please start the podcast at I love dicks.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hey Man. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up? Big dicks guy over here. Really likes dicks over here.
Stop it.
You said it. I'm gonna say you said it, and right here we're gonna pull the clip, and it's gonna do a fun little rewind thing transition, and it's just gonna get to you saying, "I love dick."
I'm a fan of dicks. Yeah, but I was doing a brand read for Dick's Sporting Goods.
We don't have a brand read from Dick's Sporting Goods.
I was,
We don't have a brand read from Dick's Sporting Goods.
yeah, but I was trying to. You said we should get one, and then I was trying to give a Dick's read.
It was pretty bad. If that's how you're,
I love
Dick's.
dicks. What else would I say? Big Dick's energy. We like to put dicks on bare mattresses.
That also sounds dirty. That sounds like a slogan from West Hollywood. That does not seem appropriate for the podcast. That does not seem appropriate whatsoever.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Josh, and I want to talk to you today about bare mattresses. Listen, guys, I am somebody who sleeps on a ton of different mattresses all the time. I travel every week. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know which mattresses help me feel better when I wake up in the morning. I know which mattresses make me feel terrible. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Bare mattress, no more back pain, no body pain, no waking up in the middle of the night. The Bare mattress has been the best mattress that I have ever slept on. Nobody likes sleeping more than this guy. So here's what I'm going to offer you. You are going to get a 40% off deal right here on Hey Man. The promo code is Hey Man, all caps, HEYMAN. That's a lot. I don't know if you know math as well as I do, but 40% seems like a lot. I'd like to get 40% off a lot of things. I'm giving you that just for ordering this mattress that is going to change your life as soon as you get it. Are you still not convinced? I'll tell you what. Bear Mattress is going to let you sleep on this mattress for 120 days. And if you don't like it, they'll come pick it up and refund you your money. Now, don't do anything gross on it and then return it. Go get yourself a Bear Mattress. Go get yourself 40% off. And when you wake up refreshed, if you feel guilty, just send me the 40% that you saved. It feels like a good win-win situation for everybody. You have to use my promo code, HEYMAN, HEYMAN, all caps, to get your 40% off on the very last page of the checkout. That's bearmattress.com, everybody. First of all, dude, 1 week basically until we shoot the special.
Oh, holy shit.
I say with complete confidence, this hour 15 has been crushing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like crushing.
Because the hour 15 you were doing without people who are playing, so like, because there are some songs you can't play.
Yes.
That people will be playing on stage and you singing. I saw you do them for the first time again last night, and I was like, oh, that's right. He's going to be able to play 6, 7 more songs.
Dude, a couple of those songs.
I completely forgot about. Dude, the one, the ba, 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 is
the Kelly Clarkson song.
Oh my God, it's so good. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But the Iris one is pretty good.
Iris is great.
But yeah, I think also this is really hard for me, and I was gonna say flatulate, but I don't flatulate.
I mean, you do.
Yeah, I do.
You definitely do. You shit yourself multiple times.
What's the word that I'm going? Not flatulate. What's the word?
Fluctuate?
Fluctuate. Yeah.
It's two such different meanings, by the way.
I fluctuate, honestly, because I love telling stories, dude, and I love stand-up. But the music is so fun. And for about a year and a half, I really put the guitar down.
Yeah.
And I was doing like one song. But I think I'm going to go back to basically 30 minutes of music. And last night, after I did a bunch of music, did you hear me ask the crowd?
Mm-mm.
I'm so curious, when I picked up the guitar, how many of you were like, oh, what the fuck? And people clapped. Because, the idea of guitar is not comedy usually.
Right.
It's cute, or it's, oh, that was a fun song, and they clap, but not a lot of laugh out loud.
Right. Most people are going for the punchline like you are.
Yo, dude, by the way, my absolute idol in art and entertainment in comedy is Sandler. Not just because he's stayed true to who he is, but because he's good to his friends and all that shit. And he shows up to the Oscars in shorts, and I fucking love this guy.
He's the best. But
even his songs, even the Hanukkah song, isn't like laugh out loud funny.
Right.
My songs are straight up jokes.
Yeah.
And fucking funny.
Yeah. I think also the thing with Sandler is why you feel like sometimes when you hear the live recordings of it, you listen and go, oh, he's getting big laughs there. But also, like, by the way, this is not me taking away from Sandler's.
No, dude, let me just say before we go any further, my absolute dream is to work with Adam Sandler and just to be around him and watch how he treats people and just to soak it in. Like my absolute fucking dream.
And so when I say this also, this is not me taking away from anything that he's done. One of the most talented, an absolute legend. There's the period, end of sentence. That's all I can say. Same with Joe Diaz. Joey stopped going on tour for a while because he told us, he was like, I don't want to go out and have my comedy be bad, but people just like me, so they laugh.
Yeah.
Right? When you listen to Sandler's live performances, or at least when I did when I was younger, of the Hanukkah song or the Thanksgiving song, sorry, he gets a lot of laughs at certain spots, parts that are funny 100% and deserve that big laugh. But also I feel like some people are just laughing at certain things because they really like who Sandler is.
Yes, but
not me taking away from how talented the man really is.
Yes, and let me add this. A lot of times people will watch clips on YouTube, they'll watch specials on Netflix, and they'll be like, why is everyone laughing? That's not funny. Watching in your living room is different than being there in the moment. Anybody who doesn't believe in energy and that energy can affect you, that's energy in a room, it's just not. They just don't know how it works.
Right.
When you're there in the moment, and it's a group and everyone's having a good time, laughs happen. And laughs happen in a different pace and like volume than even if those people at the show were watching at home. If they were not there and watching at home, they wouldn't be laughing the same way.
Right.
So you got to see things live.
Yeah.
How many times, dude, do we hear you guys are so much funnier in person than what I see online?
All the time. Comedy is supposed to be seen in
Every
person.
show.
100%.
Every show.
Like, and also, like, look, again, I have no problem with the stadium things that everyone's doing. Honestly, also, again, not taking away from the talent that people have. Kudos to them. Whatever. Comedy in a stadium feels so much less personal than it does in a comedy club. And I feel like comedy should be seen in a 300, 400 person venue when you're all squeezed together. The walls are, you're in one single room and not such a crazy high ceiling because it feels like communal almost.
I agree. That's why I'm doing the special at Zanies.
At the right show, it feels like you always want to do is like you're having a conversation with your friends.
And by the way, guys, the first show already sold out. Still a few tickets left for that late show. I know you old fucks. It's a Wednesday and it's a school night. But tell those kids to get themselves a school because you're hungover.
Yep. And
come see this show. You're going to have a good time. That being said, dude, listen. Should we chat? What do you want to talk about today?
Why else are we here?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about today?
Have you seen that? Have you seen that viral video of that dude getting ready in the morning? That like fitness trainer?
Yeah, dude, that Jack Black dude.
Giant, first of all, ginormous human being.
Yeah.
It was absolutely shredded. But have you seen the video?
Can I just say something? As somebody who, I would consider myself very serious about my health and physical fitness.
Yeah, sure.
That looks so unfun.
It looks like not a fun way to live.
This is what I'm saying.
It looks like school. It looks like you're getting ready for school.
Every day you do that?
You get up at 3:30. That's what you do every day. It feels, let's watch it because let's start from the top. Also, like, can we just get to I don't know if that's the starting.
3:56 a.m.
No,
that better be the starting.
No, 3:55.
Wait. So he does the mouth. Okay, you press pause. Right off the bat, he does that thing where you tape your mouth and you breathe through your nose.
But he also had the thing on his nose.
The nose strip.
Well, yeah, no, it's different than a nose strip now. They've made things like little stickers you put here, but they have magnets on them. And then that thing has magnets and it even opens you can watch it open your nostrils up even more. People with deviated septums are now using it so they can breathe in through their nose.
Yeah.
And he has that. And so to make sure he gets the full maximum breath.
Well, by the way,
his nose.
I wouldn't mind you doing that so you didn't snore on the road.
Says the dude who snores every night.
I don't snore.
You do.
Every time you try to get a video,
it stops. Every time you get
magically, every time
you wake yourself up like a dog who farts and wakes himself up. It's the same thing. You snore
every time.
You hit a certain decibel and then you go.
Like one of the Three Stooges?
Yeah. It's like a cartoon.
Name the Three Stooges.
I don't and no. Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, dude.
Curly.
Yep.
Isn't Curly one of them?
Yeah.
He's the one with the curly hair, I think, right?
No.
Wait, what's the point of... Wait, why not?
Because he's the bald one.
That's dumb.
Dude, it's the Three Stooges.
Yeah, well, I'm testing to that. That's dumb. Why is it dude with the curly hair named Curly?
Because, dude...
What is he named? Baldy? Stubby? Grumpy?
Larry.
What, he gets a regular name?
Yeah, he's Larry. Larry, Moe, and Curly.
Mo.
Yeah.
Why does one of them just have an adjective as his name?
What's the adjective?
Curly.
It's also a name. He has no hair, so that's the joke. Curly.
But that's got to be a nickname. Like, what's his government name? I want to know his government name.
I don't think any of the Three Stooges go by their government name.
Mo could be a half of a government name. And what's the other one?
Larry.
Larry's a government name.
It is, but can I tell you, there's a guy named Bobby Slayton. So Mo is the dude who has that haircut that's like the bowl.
The one you gave me when I was a kid? Yep.
And Bobby Slayton goes, he was like, he was a guy, he called himself the Bulldog of Comedy, and he was never very politically correct. There was one time he said, okay, I'm going to tell you two of his jokes. There was one, why are you doing that to me?
Because you're laughing it before you even
I'm going to tell you two of his jokes. One was just, he was on stage and we were watching him and he said the word cunt. And he goes, I'm sorry, there's a hush over the room that bothers a lot of people. I understand. And one woman goes, it doesn't bother me. And he goes, yeah, that's probably because you hear it all the time.
I like that one.
That was so funny.
I like that one.
But he also, he was like, I'm going to butcher this joke. But he would say, he was like, every Asian person has the same haircut. You walk into the barber in Asia and they're like, how would you like your haircut? Would you like a mo? A mo? A mo? Yeah, that one didn't hit as hard.
Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's referring to the mo.
Yeah, the mo haircut.
Yeah, the first one was funnier.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, that's why Bobby doesn't work anymore. I'm just kidding. He's probably 70. That's why he's not on the road.
Yeah.
But one of the funniest dudes. Dude.
Fair enough.
So tell me something right now. Let's just start at the waking up at 3:58.
3:55.
3:55. What time would you have to go to sleep to get up at 3:55? And why can't you do
3:30?
Why can't you? Why can't you do this starting at 6?
Because I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe because he's like, oh, the East Coast is 3 hours ahead. They've already gotten their day started. People are ahead of me. You got to have that millionaire mentality.
But the morning routine, easy routes don't pay well. Get up. What?
Get up and do what, dog?
But how well does this pay? He's,
Well, I mean, look, he got 1 million likes. If he got what 30 million, 40 million views on it, he probably got bank for this video.
Not bank, dude. Not life-changing money.
No, but he probably already has a decent amount of money. He's probably got crazy brand deals. He's wearing a Chrome Hearts bracelet that's worth $15,000.
Yeah, but dude, that doesn't mean shit. These people are gaslighting everybody by how much money they have.
Well, also, but this is what he does for a living. He's probably a personal trainer. He probably makes money from that. He has brand deals. He makes money from that. He makes money from just posting on social media. He makes money.
But does this look fun? All right, let's just keep
every cent of his life. Do you know what I'm saying? Every move he makes, he's making money.
Well, he definitely would get a brand deal from this water, I think. Hold on, stop. Was that Rogaine he put on his beard?
I don't know if it was Rogaine, but it was probably some beard supplement.
It looked like it said Rogaine.
Also, who's got a watch on at 4:02?
This is what I'm saying, dude.
Who's got a watch on at 4 a.m. already?
So to me, this is not he's already got himself all prepped and primed. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, unless he sleeps in his chain and his watch.
He sleeps in the chain and the fork in the clover.
Fork?
The fork clover.
Oh, the bracelet?
Yeah.
He might sleep in. I guess I was thinking.
You sleep in your watch?
I don't own jewelry, so I can't tell you. I would probably say take the watch off. But if that's the first thing you do when you get up is you put your jewelry on, I mean, maybe, I don't know, for those of you who wear jewelry, is that what you do? I know people who sleep in their necklaces.
Watch.
And pause it again. Do you shape yourself up every morning?
At 4:03?
You're like, oh, just those little baby hairs that grew in overnight. Let me just shape that up real quick.
Yeah, at 4, and so at 4:07, he's already, let me see if I got this right, gargled with some spring water.
After he brushed his teeth. Took off his weird mouth shit.
Yep. And
shaped himself up.
Okay.
And put in beard stuff.
Okay.
He is jacked, though. Look at those lats.
Water. But what are we doing there?
Push-ups, breathing. Pause it.
But why?
That's what you get.
Why is he doing 10 push-ups?
Well, he might have done more. He probably was just like, I'll just do, I didn't want to show you, don't want to show you me doing 30,000 push-ups to start my day. He takes time with his religion. He journals. Preaching about the arrival of Christ. Watches a sermon. Pause. Did he just dunk his face in lemon water?
Yeah.
I feel like that might be not good for your eyes.
I think he probably has his eyes closed.
Well, yeah, but you can't imagine that a little water might seep in and you get lemon in your eye.
I thought black don't crack. What does he need to?
Maybe this is why black don't crack.
What does he need the ice water for?
Maybe this is part of it.
This is part of the black don't crack?
I mean, Pharrell did say he has a great skincare routine and that's what's made him look so young. And he said he washes his face with cold water.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe. I don't know. This looks terrible, though.
Hey.
Who handed him the shirt?
Wait, stop. Who's there at 6 a.m. handing him shit?
I bet you it's got to be like a partner of his.
This is why does not jive for me. Who's
the white woman handing him a shirt? Who is that? Oh, now you take that off after. Wait, pause it. He just took off the nose tape after being awake for 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't.
What the? Nice Go-Yard bag, though. It's a really expensive bag.
Gives a fuck.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's an expensive bag.
He's taking his purse to the gym.
It's a duffel bag.
That's a purse.
That's a duffel bag.
He's taking his purse to the gym.
Pause it. It's a gym bag.
It's a purse.
That's a duffel bag.
With a giant purse.
It's like
Why
a
does he need
$10,000 duffel
purse?
bag? You know the sizes of a duffel
Purse?
bag in a purse?
Yeah, that's a purse.
It's not a
It's a
purse.
man's purse. It's a merce.
It's a duffel bag.
Okay.
Wait, oh no, hold on. We're not going anywhere. Do you know the difference between a duffel bag and a purse? I had that gray duffel bag I bring with
That's
me.
a duffel bag.
That's the same size as
No,
that.
that's it.
Are you
It's a-
just saying that because it's designer?
I'm saying it because it looks like a merce. He should put it
It's
over
a
his shoulder.
He can't because it's a duffel bag.
Okay.
Seems like a really pointless thing to be angry at him for
I'm
having
not
a bag.
angry at him.
Oh no, to criticize. He's
I'm not
bringing-
criticizing. I'm just happy that he's got a purse that he likes.
It's not a purse.
That
It's
match-
a duffel bag.
Okay.
It's a gym bag. Dudes bring
That
bags.
is not a gym bag.
Well, he's a steam room bag apparently because he brought his shit to the steam room.
Yeah, dude.
If I had that much money, my fucking gym bag would be a Go-Yard bag too.
I'll tell you something for sure. I've seen dudes bring purses to the steam rooms before.
That's not a purse.
It's just not the steam rooms I'm going to.
It's a that's a private steam room, probably.
Yeah, for sure. Him
And a
and
duffel
his
bag.
buddy.
And a duffel bag.
Yep. Is that what his friend's nickname is?
Are
Duffel
you
bag?
accusing him of going because he has a merce that he's going to meet some man in the steam room like in LA Fitness in Studio City?
Which you saw?
No,
No.
I never saw it.
I'm just playing around. I'm
It's a
just
duffel bag.
trying to be. It's a purse.
It's a duffel bag.
Okay,
It's
let's see.
ridiculous.
6:24. He walks in with his purse. So he's done 20 minutes in the steam room.
He's giant.
Jacked.
Giant.
Yeah. He truly is. And so this is all in his.
Dude, this is from 3 a.m. to 7:30 right now. Jacked.
3, 2.
Did he need that slow-mo though? Come on.
So here's. I will say one thing. Yes, if I would look like that, I'd be slow-moing all over the place.
That's crazy.
He's definitely getting a brand deal from this
For
one.
sure. But here's what I really. Can you press pause, Matt? Here's what I know I couldn't do. Not eat for 4 hours. If I'm up,
Oh, it's so true. He hasn't eaten anything.
he hasn't eaten. That's something now. I've tried that, and I'm
I throw up.
sometimes I'm kind of nutty about, my fitness, and I've tried to do, okay, I'm going to do like a 6-hour eating window, but I'm not naturally huge like that. And when I do that, dude, I get small.
He's got a lot of reserve energy and stuff in his
But
body.
he's just not
jacked.
not reserved. Like I have the energy. It's not the energy, but if I'm not putting in a certain amount of calories every day, dude,
Yeah.
right now I'm 168 pounds, but I gotta fucking work to do 168 pounds.
I wonder what his caloric intake is daily. Like I wonder what he eats in a day. That's what I would love to watch. There's another guy I love. I've showed you him on TikTok. His name is Billy Love,
Yeah.
and he's just a fucking menace. I love him. He's so much better than this guy. He's like, I'll take you what I do in my day, but he does a voiceover, and he's just this dude from I think he's in the Bronx, and he's Italian, and he's like, I made a pasta that my nonna would be absolutely proud of, but even if she wasn't, I don't give a fuck. I snap her like a twig, and I just fucking love him. He's awesome.
Can I tell you something about? And I would have to hear him talk, but
He posted a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
but he's not. To me, you know how some people are magnetic and watchable, and I'm like, oh, I want to see what else this guy's doing.
Yeah,
He's really boring to me.
100%.
Like this is so boring.
Yeah.
He's boring. Like how it's well produced, and
Yeah.
he's jacked, and he's getting. But I don't. But like this would not make me want to follow him.
No. Before I know we have stuff to do, but on the same topic of like what they do or what they eat in a day, can I show you a Billy Love video?
Yeah.
I'm going to lose 30 to 40 pounds over the next 4 months. So let me show you everything that I eat in a day to look like an absolute fucking nail gun. I'm currently eating around 3,200 calories a day. That's obviously going to change as time goes on. So
Whoa.
I can get nice and succulent. But meal number 1 was 5 whole eggs and a 12-ounce strip loin. After that, I headed to the gym and hit a push day. In case you guys are wondering, I'm essentially going to be training.
Holy
exactly
shit, dude.
the same.
This dude is a unit.
Fucking menace.
For as many reps as
But
possible
can you
until I
press
start
pause,
getting
Matt?
Really, really lean.
So I'm looking at the meals, and
He makes all these at home too.
Yeah, I got it. So that first meal, like this morning, I ate 5 eggs every morning.
Yeah.
I had 5 eggs and I had probably 6 ounces of steak.
So yeah,
And then this second meal that I just had, and I don't usually do double red meat in the same day.
yeah.
But I had 12 ounces of red meat, sweet potato, mac and cheese, broccoli.
You are looking very vascular on that arm, by the way. I saw you reach back, and you're looking pretty vascular
Dude.
now. Like you're like, ugh!
And I'm 55, dude.
Look good.
So I look at these dudes, but what this guy's eating, to lose weight or that is kind of
What you eat to keep weight.
it's kind of what I eat.
Yeah.
Every day.
Press
That's
play.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, press play. Well, you should see his bulking meals where he's like, today I'm just gonna eat whatever the fuck I want, and he just goes and crushes shit. It's fucking awesome. Like,
But this guy has a personality.
no, 100%. Let's listen to him because he just makes me laugh. So
Okay.
press play because like also look at this fucking workout he's doing. He just did an incline bench for 375.
Down a little bit, but it just all depends on my energy level. Meal number 2 was a tuna steak with a homemade Asian salad dressing.
By the way,
I miss eating like this so much. This is how I usually eat. Super healthy, super clean.
I am 100% out on
I can't
tuna.
tell you how much I miss it. Like I love sushi. Don't get me wrong, but having it every day for like 6 months, you get tired of it. After that, I headed down to my office. So I'm going to be telling you
This
guys on YouTube
a day in his life.
why I have
This
it.
is
But for
way
now, I'm
more
gonna let you know
entertaining.
my
But
boss
he's
is an
talking.
absolute
The other guy
legend.
wasn't
I heard
talking.
he's hung like a moose. This is just like word on the street. Someone told me he left your dad on a ventilator. Meal
Okay,
number
can you
3
press
was a
pause?
meal that I actually
So he's adding some humor in, which I like.
Yeah, like I left your dad on a fucking ventilator.
Yeah. But also like he showed his nipple and
Yeah, he's got a personality, and that's his brand anomaly. Like this guy is fucking because he is an anomaly. Look at the fucking size of this unit. Like
525 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt.
That was his-
is
yeah,
a lot of yogurt.
yeah. And then like he makes
Dude, if I ate that much yogurt, it soft serve would come out of my butthole.
hilarious. Wait, can I see if we can find? We'll move on. I promise. I want to see if we can find the video of what he eats in a fucking day just for fun.
Good morning, you cunt. I decided to take a radio brunch this morning because I need to eat
Whoa.
50,000 calories every single day. So
50,000 calories?
Texas toast, pretty much cut it into thirds.
Why is he eating 50,000 calories?
This is bulk.
Put our toast in there, the ooey gooey mixture. and
Dude,
we
he just ate a whole
butter
loaf
down,
of bread.
fry up our toast.
No, he's about to right now. Yeah, he cut it into thirds.
These guys, medium rare, a little flippy flop there.
I do like that he's cooking
And
his
burnt
own.
totally, but
He cooks
the
everything.
toast Came out great. We have 6 eggs going down. We're gonna
Yo, this dude, I would love to talk to this guy.
Fuck, it looks so good.
Because you press pause. You know what I like about him? Okay. I like people who are serious about what they do, but not serious about what they do.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
100%. He's
Yeah.
extremely committed to what he does. He has his own brand. He's his own business. But at the same time,
This other dude, can I tell you, and this is generational, I think. You know what I hate right off the bat? I hate that you're putting your watch and your $15,000 bracelet in the shot on purpose. I hate that you're showing me your G-Wagon. I hate that you're showing me, what the fuck does that have to do with you working out? Hold on. Or, your Bible verses. Does your Bible verses have to do with your watch? Do you know what I mean?
I would totally agree.
So to me, those two things, I like, and this is preference, everybody, but you don't need to show me what you got. Just have it.
I would agree with that. I think what the thought in their head is, and this is just me thinking as if I'm this guy, he's trying to do it where he's like, you do all this, you have this mentality, you can have this stuff. I worked hard for this stuff and now I get to have it. But if you want it too, you got to work hard. I think he's using it as like a motivational tactic. I agree with what you're saying, but I think that's when his brain, he's like, I want to use this to show them what I got. So it uses it as motivation because I think that's what he is. He's a life coach.
Okay.
And he's a personal fitness guy.
And my problem is that your motivation is to have that Clover bracelet.
100%. I totally understand.
Because what is he preaching? Mind, body, spirit is different than
material.
You can have this G-Wagon.
Yeah. 100%.
So to me, those two messages, and this is just me, are so fucking different, and are promoting two entirely different things. Are you promoting that mind, body, spirit is what gets you happiness? Or are you saying this fucking bracelet that I pulled out of my Lucky Charms makes you happy? Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing, dude. That's why I don't like that. I don't like that messaging feels fake to me.
Fair enough.
That messaging doesn't feel like I want to help you or show you or you. That messaging is, look how I'm going to grease myself up. Look how good. And by the way, dude, that messaging works so much better than this guy's messaging. If you look at probably the other guy's followers and the other guy's views,
yeah,
probably way more than this. And so I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying this is my preference. This is a dude. I'm like, I could talk to this dude.
Yeah. Like for sure.
Yeah. But the scriptures guy who's also flashing his bling, that shit is like a complete mixed message.
Yeah. I just love also Billy's caption. Today I ate some French toast cut thicker than your mother's dumpster.
Yeah,
6 eggs and 4 slices of bacon. On days that I miss breakfast, I just make a massive brunch to catch up on calories. I would not recommend this meal for any other reason than to be a gluttonous cunt.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the shit out of this, to be honest. Kiss me on the lips.
This dude, I would fucking love to talk to this guy.
I love this guy. Like the fucking, today it's some French toast cut thicker than your mother's dumpster is fucking.
I can't believe it, but I'm going to have to start following this guy.
I love this guy.
Do you follow?
I follow him on TikTok and Instagram. I fucking love this dude. It's just, when his shit pops up, it's just funny. But also he makes some really good looking food and like meals with like high protein, low calorie content. And so like, yeah. And also just watching this fucking unit eat this amount of food it's just impressive.
But here's the trick. The trick is, for me, again, you're talking about marketing. That other dude, I couldn't even get through the video.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it's not somebody that I want to talk to, aspire to be, is relatable at all. There's nothing aspirational besides the way he looks.
Right.
But I'm not going to look like that. I know that.
No, but this is his job.
This dude, I'm not going to look like this dude either.
But again, yeah.
And I don't want to look like this dude. But I would watch his videos because he seems like just a guy I know.
Yeah, and he posts workout videos too. Like he does all this stuff. Like he did bench 375, 7 reps.
That's what I do.
You wish.
No, I don't.
Dude, 375 is 4 plates.
I know what it is. I could.
And 7 reps?
Dude, I can't do that with my legs.
That's monstrous.
I can't do that with my fucking legs.
That is monstrous.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just funny, man. Like this is the type of shit I enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, it's fascinating, and I think it is a little generational. Because I think your generation is a little more materialistic, and not by fault. A lot of it has to do with social media.
100%.
Right? Because I never saw how anybody else lived besides the people in my town or the people like MTV. So I was never like, oh, I don't have, or I wish I had a G-Wagon. I didn't know what a fucking G-Wagon was.
What's up, MTV? Welcome to my crib.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, none of that stuff. There was never any envy of what I didn't have because I just looked around at the people in my town. So we all kind of had the same.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's the world is evolving.
I don't know if that's evolution.
No, I mean, but times are changing.
Yes.
Like times are changing. People are, this is how life has changed from when you are to now is evolution. This is how times are changing.
Is that the right word, evolution, I guess?
Technology's evolving.
Yeah, you're right.
Humans are evolving. This is evolution. We're in the process of it. From where you were a kid to where I am to where we are now, that is the definition of evolution.
I think it's such a bummer to be so wrapped up in material shit. I think it is such a fucking bummer.
Yeah, no, 100%, because a lot of people focus on what they don't have instead of what they have.
Dude, you could name that fucking bracelet.
Chrome Hearts.
How would you know that?
Because I just...
How?
I look at expensive shit for fun. I look at stuff that I think is cool and that I like, and I see what it is, and it's a semi bit of motivation to be like, you want to own that one day, then work your ass off.
Huh.
I've been doing that my entire life.
Yeah, I know that.
I have sneakers that I own right now that I looked at years ago, hoping I could own one day.
I know.
And I do. I own multiple of my Grails.
I know.
And it's like I'm wearing a pair of my Grails right fucking now.
Let me see.
In my Black Hat 4s, baby. This is a Grail shoe for me. Like, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And like both pairs of the Travises are a big deal. Both pairs of Lobsters are a big deal. Shout out Bird Brain for helping me with the second pair. But like, you look at stuff as for us, because material things, I wouldn't say are important. They're just things that we want at a certain point in time. And in order to get to it, you have to do certain things for it. And so, and also, you know, have the right people around. It's just all about like setting a goal for yourself.
I get it.
I never dreamed that I would own 50 pairs of shoes.
I get it.
That I would wear in my rotation in and out and in and out.
So I guess maybe my view on material things has changed, especially since we had to get rid of all of our stuff.
Right. 100%.
Right.
Like that.
And so the day that your mom and I had to get rid of everything we owned and basically walk out of that house, not basically, but walk out naked and start from zero.
Yeah.
That was the day that I was like, well, that's just stuff.
Yeah.
I no longer have goals that involve stuff. All my goals involve you guys, my grandkids, and experiences.
And your wife.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh, you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I should just mention like the kids.
No. My family, I should say, and experiences.
Yeah. That's fair.
Right. And that's where my goal. And by the way, I put work in there too with experiences.
Yeah.
These are things I want to experience.
Do you think is owning a house a goal that you still have?
Well, we're building that house in Joshua Tree.
Right. But I'm talking about like owning a house in this city, like in Vegas where we live. Is that a goal? Is goal owning a house?
Yeah. Well, that's why we're building the house in Joshua Tree.
Great. That's a material goal.
No, that's like security.
But it's a material thing, though.
And I wouldn't call it as it's not a goal.
It's not something you want to achieve. It wasn't something you wanted to achieve.
We're building the house. That's more your mom's.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Right. That's not.
But you don't have a dream like that? That's like.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Weird flex, but okay.
It's fine, man. It's fine. And we've owned homes before.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
All right.
And whatever.
Sure.
And probably fiscally more responsible. And that's fine. But that's not where my brain is at this point in my life.
At this age. At your old age.
At this, it's not
your
where,
old age.
It's not where my brain is at this point.
At this
But like I said, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It is a bummer that there is a generation that judges themselves, I think, on the things that they have material wise.
Yeah, I think, but yeah, it's hard not to.
Yeah. Well, it's being flaunted in your face all the time.
Not only by kids our age, but also by older people we idolize.
Yep.
Musicians, athletes, everything.
Yo, those pictures of people sitting around money to me is so stupid. It's like, those are like the dumbest, most basic bitch pictures.
It's a big dick contest.
It's the dumbest shit I have ever fucking seen in my life.
It's a big dick contest.
Yeah, it's like,
just take your wealth in private. Like, there's a bunch of people who wish they had that amount of money and you're literally sitting on it. People wish that their generations of families could have that much money.
Yeah,
it's poor in taste also.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't think people should feel, look, man, that's why, again, for me, I would never do it. But like, also for people to get mad and be like, well, there are people who are starving, you shouldn't be. But, you know, Tom Segura had this, they were talking about, you know, he and Bert, people get mad about talking about how much money they have. And they're like, people are struggling, you know, then don't get mad because they have money. You don't get mad at them for having money.
I mean, I'm not saying get mad at them, but like posting you sitting on like the Floyd Mayweather of him at a table.
I just think it's dumb.
I think it's dumb. I think it's a little insensitive also.
Yeah, I don't
flaunt whatever you want. Flaunt the material things you have, like things that are worth money. But I feel like flaunting the things that are worth money and flaunting the things flaunting actual paper in front of you is a little bit much.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, some people would say it's the same thing. I would say it's different.
Okay. All right. What else we got today?
Cain Velasquez. Do you know what's going on with Cain Velasquez? Former UFC champion?
Yeah. Can we pull up that article, Matt? So
Cain Velasquez sentenced to prison in attempted murder case. He's getting 5 years.
Tell me why.
The man that he supposedly...
Can you scroll down?
Yeah, scroll down to the content. Cain Velasquez has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for an alleged role in a 2022 attempted murder. His youngest son was abused by a man. And I think I would assume it was the new boyfriend of the mom. And Cain went and beat the dude.
Molested one of Velasquez's close relatives. Okay.
I think the articles I read said it was his son.
Okay.
So close. The fact that we say close relative seems weird to now. Let's see.
I would have to say, okay. This is crazy. And he said he would accept whatever. Can you keep scrolling down, Matt?
Yeah. He expressed remorse and like knew he was wrong, but at the same time, on a roadway in his truck and then ran into the 43-year-old's vehicle. They claim Velasquez then opened fire on the truck and struck his stepfather.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's where I kind of draw. You can't open fire on the car.
No, I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
And I'm not a big fan of vigilante stuff.
No.
Because where do you draw the line?
Right.
However, if he had just found that dude and put a beating on him, I would have completely understood it. And I also, just like he said, I'll take whatever you get. But I would, minus the gun part, just the beating up part.
Yeah.
If it was just and he found the dude and took him out of his car and beat the fuck out of him, you know what? I would look at his past record. And if he didn't have one, I would hit him with some pretty heavy community service or have him talk to kids or talk to whatever. Because I bet you he could do more good outside than he could inside.
I would agree with that. But it was definitely taking a step too far with the opening fire.
Yeah. I mean, people who are saying no jail time, you can't shoot this dude's stepfather in the arm.
Or shoot at him.
He looks at his stepfather get hit with a bullet, then opened fire on the car and struck Guillarte's stepfather in the arm. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't shoot somebody.
Can't do that. But I'm going to tell you something right now, dude. If I had heard somebody had done some shit to you or your brother or your sister, it's go time.
It's on site.
It's go time. And
it's on
I'm
site.
not this dude. So I'm not confident that I can go over fisticuffs.
But it's a fight.
I'm bringing something.
But it's also,
and if I don't think I can beat him, I'm sneaking up behind him and I'm whacking him with something.
But also, is it one of those things? Like, you ever heard the thing where someone says, "Is there any fight that you'd be willing to start knowing you might lose?" Like, you know what I'm saying?
I would need to get a punch in.
It's one of those though. It's a fight. It's going into a fight that you're not super confident in.
Honestly, I would do a sneak attack bat to the probably knee or shin, where I could make
sucker punch.
Dude, if say he did it to you.
Oh, Cain Velasquez.
Say he did it. You think I'm gonna square up?
Probably not.
No, dude. I'm gonna 100. If somebody like that did something to one of you, your brother, your sister, it would be a definite sucker punch sneak attack.
Okay.
I have no pride in that. I'm not trying to win a fair fight by the Queen's rules. I'm trying to beat the fuck out of this dude who touched my kid.
Fair enough.
So fair fight is out the fucking window.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude. I'm not. And like, I would hope that, especially like, what I don't know is why this dude was still on the street. Why wasn't he in court? Why all this stuff? And so maybe he's at the end of his rope. Can you scroll down, Matt? Because maybe they talk about that. Maybe he's at the end of his rope and wondering why. Hold on, 30 years.
It's a story developing.
So that's the question, right?
Yeah. Oh, also, his defense team, meanwhile, requested time served and probation. So apparently, maybe he's been in jail since.
Well, it said 2022, right?
Yeah. So maybe he's been in jail since then and is just now getting to trial. So they want 5 more years on top of time already served, but they want time served and probation. But the prosecutors are asking for 30 to life. Seems a little much.
Yeah, but here's the deal, when I first read it and I said attempted murder, I'm like, what are we talking about? If he had wanted to murder that dude with his hands, he could have murdered him. But he did open fire on a car.
Yeah.
But look, dude, I think maybe from a parent's point of view, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From a parent's point of view, I totally get this. And I would be willing to go to jail to do something to somebody who did one of you guys. Something to one of you guys.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And even though, that's such a tough one. Because like am I doing more harm to you guys? Because this is what I would have to balance. Am I doing more harm to you guys by going into jail
Mm-hmm.
and not being there
We're talking about this happened now or happened like
when you were younger?
probably do more harm going to jail.
Yeah. That would be the thing that would be really hard to reconcile,
Yeah.
right?
Just call Joe Diaz. He knows somebody probably. That's facts.
Because at the end of the day, are you doing this for yourself or for your kids? That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that.
Mm-hmm. You're having a lot of conversations by yourself over there in your head. I
I really am.
Yeah. You're running through all the points.
Possibilities.
Yep.
I did one of these this weekend with you on the road where I just could not stop talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But this weekend, man, I did something that I really had a hard time getting past. Because, dude, I go back and what I do is I just keep picturing your face as I was talking. And that's what really lets me know that I know you forgave me, but it did affect you in a way that I need to be better. And so we had just done a set at Magoobies.
No, Magoobies.
Magoobies.
There you go. You gotta get it right.
And we had just done a set of Magoobies. And we were driving home. And you had told me, tell me what you told me.
Friday Night Late Show was like one of the better sets that I've had. I'd probably say like top 5 best sets I've ever had.
Right. And I love talking to you about comedy. And after our sets, we'll talk, or I'll ask you, how do you think it went?
Mm-hmm.
And I love to hear your thoughts and all that stuff. So you told me how great it was. And I was like, cool. But then I went into like, basically, this is how we can be better.
Yeah.
And it was this is how we can be better. And Sarah Lawrence, who's been touring with us, who's so funny, everybody.
Good Lord.
Super funny, such a unique voice. She's going to be an amazing comic. Already is, but she's going to be so good. She said to me as we were walking into the hotel, hey, he just got through telling you that he had the set of his life. And instead of celebrating it, you were like, but this is how we can be better. And it hit me so hard because I immediately went to your face when I was talking to you. And and then put myself in your situation of if I had just told somebody, I can't believe how great this was. Can you tell me, can you believe how good I did? And their first reaction was, yeah, but you could do better. It would be such a bummer.
Yeah, okay.
And I felt so bad that I wasn't living in the moment. I wish I had more of your mom where I could celebrate that with you right in the moment and then the next day we could talk about. But just to celebrate that, what you had told me and how proud you were of yourself. I felt so bad. And I know you forgave me and right away you're like, just get it out. And then let's tell you I'm moving on. But I could tell by your face when I was saying that stuff to you that it didn't feel good. And I just am I was so mad at myself, dude. I was so mad at myself for not celebrating with you and from taking that moment from you.
I don't think you took anything from me. I think in all honesty, and this comes from us. I think this is just part of our relationship because it comes from us playing baseball. It comes from any sports I did playing growing up because you were my coach. It was always, we celebrated that moment for a second. And then we were like, okay, what can we do better? I just feel like it's muscle memory. Is that because we still celebrate it. Like when I said I had the set of my life after I got off stage instead of in the car, because I told you right after you asked me, what did you like about it? And we celebrated that moment. And then when we were in the car on the way back, you asked me to talk about what I liked again. And then you went into what we could do better. And it wasn't critiques. And it's not like you were, taking away from the moment. You were just we've always been on that end of trying to make it the best it possibly can. And especially I think with where you are in your career and how hard you're working, I think sometimes one thing definitely I think you could try to be more cognizant of is still realize the difference in our journeys right now is I'm still so new into this and you're a seasoned veteran. That's not me calling you old. That's
Mhm.
just me straight up like you've been doing this for almost 15 times as long as I've been doing
Mhm.
it. So I think it just also needs to be a perspective switch to realize and think about where you were at 2 years and where I am at 2 years. And yes, it's different. And I think that's why, because at 2 years, you probably sucked.
Yeah, for sure.
And at 2 years, I'm not like I'm a legend, but I'm not going to say that I'm probably, I'll probably say it. I'm probably better than you were at 2 years in.
Yeah.
And so just because I've had to step up in this game for the whole time I've been doing it, I have someone who has the ability to teach me at a quicker level than most people would have to do it on their own and figure it out. Do you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I've learned tricks on how to get to punchlines and figure them out better. My brain just works at a different rate because I'm just in different scenarios. So I think sometimes you still see me as an equal, which is great. Like you see me as someone who's in this business and who wants to do this and who you can shoot comedy with and like craft it and whatnot. But at the same time, you still have to remember, as I am a peer, I'm still only 2 years into this.
Totally. I definitely don't see you as an equal.
But you know what I mean? Like there's certain people who have been doing it for as long as I would that you wouldn't sit and workshop comedy with.
Well, yes.
So that's what I mean by equal.
What I am trying to do, and I'm trying to, and I just have to realize that doesn't happen. There's no shortcuts. I'm trying to get you past some of these things that you learn early on,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, but you don't need to learn this. I'm going to tell you, but the truth is, you have to learn it.
It's still part of my process and me developing
You have
as
to
a
learn it.
character
You have to learn
and as a comic.
But I want you to know that I apologize. I am gonna be more in the moment and more cognizant of celebrating the victories.
Yeah.
Because dude, life isn't all victories. And so some of them, there are plenty of defeats to go along with the victory.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to skip past the victories and dwell in defeats.
Yeah, but we didn't dwell in a defeat.
I know we didn't.
Oh, just in general.
I don't want to skip past the victories. I
Oh.
want to dwell it. I want to soak up that feeling of great.
Yeah.
I want to soak up that feeling and remember that and be like, this is what we're going for. But I was really ashamed of myself.
It's not a big deal.
I know you say that, but I was really ashamed of myself in how, you looked in your face, and I could tell that when I looked back on it, I was like, oh, I was browbeating for no reason.
Yeah, I guess maybe I also don't even notice it because like maybe my face plays a part in it, but also I was so focused on like you also had me while I was driving.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were so many other variables. Like I wasn't fully focused into that conversation because also I had two.
Are you telling me you were ignoring me?
Well, I had two people on mushrooms in the car screaming and laughing next to me about whatever was happening. So
Oh, I was one of those people.
yeah. So I had, because you guys even asked me, you were like, do you just tune us out? I go, no, but like, you're not my priority right now. My priority is getting us all home safe on a 30-minute drive at midnight in a state that I don't live in.
Yeah.
So I just have to pay attention to other things that are other than you guys. And I'm glad we have somebody there when you're on your fun guy. Oh, wait, we're not on TikTok. When you do your mushroom show, that I, because sometimes when you do your mushroom show and we're driving home, you take a quick like cat nap or you close your eyes and we listen to music, or sometimes we shoot the shit. But when you have somebody to like chat with when I can just focus on getting us home safe.
Yeah.
So it also takes like not a weight, but it like takes a little responsibility off me to where I don't have to keep the child entertained in the front seat. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I don't have an iPad for the iPad kid to be like, here, watch this while we drive home. So it's nice to have somebody in the back who can be like, hey, and just shoot the shit with you.
Yeah. I think it is nice. I also think it's interesting that parenting never ends and there's always lessons to be learned. And I just want you to know that I am always trying to be better.
I appreciate it. And also you guys should know that sometimes your kids become your parents.
When do you become the parent?
When you're on mushrooms.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
That's what I mean. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes the kid becomes the parent.
You are definitely the caretaker on Friday Late Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also if you just like take an edible or something and after the show you're just kind of slumped. Like I pack everything up. I make sure we have everything. I make sure you have your phone and your wallet and your headphones and your glasses before we leave. Like I do checks. Like I'm the caretaker every weekend. What are we talking about?
Just on the mushroom shows, I'm not going to be taking edibles. I think, dude,
Are you done with weed for good?
I'm not going to take edibles and go on stage.
Why not?
I think I'm done.
Oh.
I'm going to do my mushroom show. I think I'm done smoking weed. I might,
Great. More for me.
in the world, you mean?
Yeah. So anytime we get something, I get something.
The only thing that could change my mind about smoking weed is if I somehow revamped the High Live.
But then also you just do that by taking edibles and taking mushrooms. 'Cause that's what you did.
Yeah, but I don't know. If I somehow revamped the High Live, and that would, maybe I would smoke one joint a week. But outside of that, I think I'm done, dude. It's so weird to say that. I might change, but it doesn't make me feel the way it used to make me feel. No, it doesn't make me anxious. I just don't get high.
Which is wild to me.
I don't feel high. And I took 120 days off and smoked. I'm like, yeah, I just don't feel high. So, and I don't like what it does to my brain anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah, dude,
that's fine.
So weird to say that out loud.
I'm having a great time.
I'm still going to take edibles and the mushrooms are still
cool,
but I'll probably I think smoking just isn't going to happen.
Cool.
You psyched for that?
I mean, I don't really care. You do whatever you want. Like, and I chose to do whatever I want also. So there you go.
All right. Well, that's for you.
Why?
Just for fun.
Oh.
Tell everybody what's going on.
Hey, comedianjoshwolf.com for tour dates and tickets. We're in Nashville next week. So when you guys hear this, the week after we'll be in Nashville filming a special April 2nd. Go get tickets. Where are we that weekend? Stanford, Connecticut?
Stanford,
Connecticut. And then the week after,
Dania Beach.
I was right. Fuck yeah.
And then off for Easter and then Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh, not Saginaw. Saginaw's later.
Saginaw is the first week in May.
Okay. So comedianjoshwolf.com for tour dates and tickets. Go check us out. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok, Jake_Wolf on Instagram. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. As always, do something nice for someone today. Tell somebody you love them.
Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.